Hey Oilers fans, it's Zach Reynolds alongside Stephen Beauvais as one of the new faces to the team this year. What is it that they can expect from your game on the back end?
Well, first off, being back, playing hockey again has been just an amazing feeling. These past two games were, awesome. Especially playing up at this level now in Tulsa, and had an amazing time. Defensively, I'm a pretty hard-nosed hockey player. I skate real hard. I like to finish all my hits. Kind of one of those players who's in the corners doing that kind of thing. But I'm just trying to fill a role that they need right now, and just going to be back on that back end. Trying to keep pucks out of the net and move pucks up to guys who can score some goals for us.
We've already talked with Brooksy a little bit about the University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. There's been a lot of guys that have come through here as of late. I mean, Alex Kromm, Scott Henniger, Tanner Karty, Sharkey was here for training camp 1 year. So obviously this is a team that head coach Rob Murray likes players from. And we've talked to some guys about it, but what is your opinion as to why that program is able to produce so many players at this level? I mean, you guys had an absolutely dominant championship run a few years ago. I mean, just steamrolling teams. What is it that kind of led to that just dominant outings?
Well, I definitely think it's the culture. We had guys coming through, guys who were before us who maybe necessarily didn't win, but kind of established a culture with Chris Brooks, our head coach, when I started, and with Tyler Krieger, who ended up taking over in my last 2 years. These guys, had a culture every day of, us coming in, going to work and wanting to be the best, Division III team in the country. And, everyone coming in, all the players coming in wanted, to win a national championship. We wanted to be the best team. And, we were having fun with it. It was a great rink to play in. We were getting fans every night. Everyone was just happy to be there. We kind of had that, mentality of, winning or, win or bust. So, having that, every day and you coming in and, practicing every day with that mentality, I think, allowed us to win, me twice, going undefeated our last year and, and obviously develops players, to put them into this level of hockey, which is great. So my experience there was amazing.
In your last season, you were the captain of the team as well, and a great run. What was it like just being able to kind of be the guy in the room that a lot of players look up to, especially some of the younger guys?
Well, it was kind of nice because Tanner Karty actually was my co-captain, so it was both me and him. So, I got a nice role of being the guy who, got to lead by example a little bit, and with my work ethic and things like that. Tanner was he could help me out with a lot of like the tougher logistical stuff and kind of managing things like that. But it's good to have players look up to you and kind of want to play like you or look to you for advice for things. It's kind of like what Alex Brooks was. My first year when I was a freshman and he was a senior. He was my defensive partner and was a guy who I looked up to, a guy who I wanted to play like. So I just wanted to be like that for our younger guys, and having Tanner with me there, to kind of tag team that responsibility was definitely a big help.
And when you left Wisconsin Stevens Point, your first pro stop was overseas, right, in Sweden?
Yeah.
What was that experience like, and what led you to head over there?
Well, it was always a dream of mine to go overseas and play. So I got the opportunity to go with my roommate in college who I played with for 4 years, Brad Duffin. So we got an opportunity to go over to Sweden, and it was awesome being over there. Getting to travel around, getting to meet all these different players from obviously all these different backgrounds from all across of Europe and other parts of North America. The hockey was fun, but I feel like I needed to take another step. So halfway through the season, I decided to leave and go to Huntsville, come back to North America and start playing here again. But my time over there was great, and it was great memories. And I feel like I developed a lot, as a player, going over there and learning kind of, the Swedish way to play a little bit. So I definitely think it helped me out.
And you come from another place that's sort of a hockey hotbed in Michigan, but was there anybody that steered you into the game of hockey from the get-go?
Well, my dad never played, but he was obviously a huge fan. I have a lot of family members from Canada, Ottawa especially. So I want to give a shout out to Ray Duffy, Jack Duffy, and Kathy Duffy, my uncles and cousin, who would always come down, every year, and we'd have the pond hockey rink, and Jack would teach me how to skate and how to play. And I always wanted to, go to Canada and play. It was always like my thing. So I'd always go up to Canada and play with him, and he'd always be down there. So it kind of grew as a seed like that. And, obviously being in Michigan, everyone plays hockey. So, there's pond hockey, rinks on, every corner. So we'd be out there playing all the time in the winter. So yeah, it was great. It kind of pushed me that way. And then, being in Michigan, it was just, start steamrolling, and, hockey was life after that.